There was 5 huge upsets in week 9 of college football, and I was really surprised. But hey man, before we get into this video, if y'all can leave a like, comment, and subscribe for me, man. It literally is free. It takes like 30 seconds to do, and it keeps me motivated, keeps me going, pushing out this content for y'all, because I love making these videos for y'all. It's really fun. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So as y'all boys see by the title, in week 9 there was 5 huge upsets. I'm finna just go down the line on all the games and just go through it and what I think about it. So first we got Notre Dame and number 16 Syracuse. Now to be honest, I didn't watch this game. Willie boy has some stuff to do sometimes, you feel me? But like I said, I didn't watch this game, but to be honest, I felt like Syracuse was going to beat Notre Dame. Even though Notre Dame's not ranked, I feel like they're still a decent team. They had a rough year, but they're still decent. But I thought Syracuse had this for sure. And it really surprised me Notre Dame beat them 41-24. But I'm not going to talk about this game too much. I just thought Syracuse would definitely win this. But hey man, let's just get right to the next game. So next up we have number 2 Ohio State versus number 13 Penn State. Now if y'all didn't see my video I posted yesterday, I posted basically saying that I thought Ohio State was going to embarrass Penn State. Like they was going to beat them at least by 3 touchdowns. Which they basically beat them by 2 touchdowns if you want to add that extra point. But Penn State really surprised me. I already made a video today. I mean, I'm posting this tomorrow. So yesterday I posted a video saying I apologize to all my Penn State fans because y'all surprised me. If y'all didn't watch the game, like Penn State was ahead in the 4th quarter and then Ohio State just started going off. Plus Ohio State made some really good defensive plays to really help them out in the game. And I feel like what really hurt Penn State was in the beginning, their first 2 drives, they threw 2 interceptions. Which y'all are probably like, why would it matter because Penn State was up in the 4th quarter? Well, imagine if they would have scored their first or second drive. That could have changed the whole game because they would have had momentum. And that probably could have carried into the next drive and they would have probably scored again. Momentum is a really big thing in any level of football. And I don't really think people get how big of it is. But I'm going to say it one more time. If any Penn State fan is watching this, I am sincerely sorry for saying y'all get embarrassed because y'all really stepped up and surprised me on how good y'all are. But next up, we got number 7 TCU against West Virginia. Now, if y'all didn't watch this game, it was really close to the end. If I'm not mistaken, TCU was up by like 3 points. And like literally with like a minute left for maybe 30 seconds, they literally scored right at the end. Which that really surprised me that TCU even let them get that close to them for winning. Because if like West Virginia, I ain't talking trash about them, but they are not that good. I mean, TCU is a number 7 ranked team. I get that it happens sometimes, but come on now, like West Virginia, TCU should have beat them at least by 3 touchdowns. But now for the second upset for the day, we got number 20 Cincinnati against USF. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. I didn't watch one single play of this game, but I'm just showing it because it's the second upset of the day and there's 5 total. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this game. Matter of fact, I'm not going to spend no time on this. So let's just hop into the next one. Oh, now y'all boys, now this one is a little bit crazy. We got number 9 Oklahoma State against number 22 Kansas State. And yes, y'all saw that score correctly. It was 48-0. And yes, of course, this was a third upset of the day. But to be honest, I feel like Oklahoma State's not a good team. Just look who they're playing. I mean, they played Central Michigan, I think. They barely beat them. They played Arizona State, which is terrible. They played Pine Bluff. They killed them, but they're trash. And they played Baylor and beat them by 11 points. And then that's just half their season. They played Texas Tech. They beat them by 10. They played TCU, the only competition they had, and they barely lost, which that was probably only good game they played. They played Texas. They beat them by 7 points, and then they just got beat by Kansas State 48-0. Which I'm not going to say they're trash, but I feel like they should definitely not be ranked at number 9. I mean, even if they lost, they could have made it a little closer. I mean, it could have been at least like 48-35. But nah, that was not it at all. It was 48-0. Kansas State showed up and had a complete shutout. So there's not a lot to talk about that game. But next up, we got number 8 Oregon against California. Now, there ain't that much to say about this game. I didn't even really watch it, but they beat them by 18, I think. So Oregon did their thing. They had a good win. But I can say that Oregon does have the best uniforms in college football. But yeah, there's nothing to say about that game. Oregon had a good win. But next up, we got number 10 Wake Forest against Louisville. And as y'all boys see, the score is 48-21. I mean, Louisville came out and stomped them. It was an ACC game. And to be honest, I had no clue that Louisville was even going to have a chance of winning this game. And yes, this was the 4th upset of Week 9 college football. Now, I think Louisville has a really good quarterback. He can scramble good. He can throw. But I just felt like Wake Forest, they're number 10 team, and they have probably one of the best offenses in the ACC, so I didn't think Louisville was going to have a chance of winning. Now, I go for Florida State, and you know they're in the ACC. Even though that my favorite teams in the ACC, I'll say this, the SEC is definitely the best conference there is. I mean, it's just a whole different level over there. I'm not afraid to say it. I mean, if some ACC teams win the SEC, they'll get smashed. But yeah, not too much to say about that one. But I thought Wake Forest was definitely gonna win. But yeah, let's just get right to the next one. So next up, we got number 1 Georgia against Florida. Now, as y'all boys see, it was 42-20. But when halftime got over, Florida almost made a comeback, and if I'm not mistaken, it was like 28-20, and Georgia was barely up. But that was expected for Georgia to win. They won by 22, and I mean, they have the best defense in the country, so it's kind of going to be hard to beat them. And Florida really did start out good, but be honest, they kind of fell off and they really had a rough season. But everybody expected for Georgia to win, so it really wasn't a surprise. But next up, we got our 5th upset of the day. We got Missouri against number 25 South Carolina. And yeah, y'all saw the score correct. It was 23-10. Now, to be honest, I didn't watch this game at all. But South Carolina, man, how are y'all going to let Missouri beat y'all like that? I mean, I'm not hating on Missouri, but, like, come on now. Which South Carolina's not that good either, but it was still an upset. South Carolina was ranked number 25. Not too much to say on this game other than Missouri just beat them. So next up, y'all boys, we got number 3 Tennessee against number 19 Kentucky. And as y'all boys see, Tennessee showed up and beat them 44-6. Which really don't surprise me. I knew Tennessee was going to win. I mean, they're unstoppable right now. They have the best offense in like college football in my opinion. But I felt like Kentucky could have made it just a little bit closer. Plus, Tennessee just got their All-American wide receiver back, Cedric Tillman, but he only had 4 catches for 22 yards. But it was his first game back, so we're going to have to give him a couple more games to start feeling comfortable. Now, you already know Jalen Hyatt stepped up with 5 catches for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. Plus, Hendon Hooker, their quarterback, had a really, really good game. He went 19 for 25, 245 yards, and 3 touchdowns with no interceptions. Which, like I said before, I feel like Hendon Hooker's definitely going to win the Heisman this year. But yeah, not too much more to say on this game other than Tennessee showed up and killed Kentucky. But Tennessee does play Georgia next week, which is probably going to be the game of the year next to Alabama and Tennessee, which I'm not going to talk a lot about that at all because I'm definitely going to save that for another video. But next up, we got these two games right here. We got number 10 USC and Arizona. They beat them 45-37. Then we got Michigan State and Michigan won 29-7. And I just put these both together because I didn't really watch them. There's not really nothing to say about them other than them teams just won. But I do feel like USC should have beat Arizona way worse than that. But next game we got is Texas A&M against number 15 Ole Miss. Now this was a really close game. It was 31-28. I thought Texas A&M was gonna finally try to come back from all the stuff that they've been just going down and down with. Like, if y'all ain't heard how he suspended all them players, and that was literally the top ranked class that he had in 2022. If y'all want to learn more, just go watch my other video because I'm not going to talk a lot about this game. Which I'm recording this on a Saturday night and posting it Sunday. But the last two games that's playing right now is UNC and Pittsburgh. And then we got Stanford and UCLA, which I feel like none of them are going to be upsets. Pittsburgh doesn't have enough time to come back. And UCLA is up 14-3. And UCLA's quarterback's actually really good, I think, in my opinion. So I feel like they're definitely not going to beat UCLA. But yeah, y'all boys, we finna start wrapping everything up right here. But this week 9 of college football was insane. We had 5 huge upsets. I just went all over them with y'all. So let me know what y'all are thinking about this in the comment section. And leave a like, comment, subscribe for me, man. Like I said, it really helps me. And hey, man, I'm out. Peace.